Hello, and another very early good morning from Austin Bergstrom International Airport. Today we are going to be flying to Houston's George Bush Intercontinental Airport with United on one of their Airbus A319s. Our flight this morning, United 2644, is scheduled to depart at 5:30 a.m., so there's almost no one here when we arrive. I decided to check in online as I was cutting it a bit close on time, but I clearly should have been in no rush as there were no lines at any of the check-in desks or at security. Security is a breeze yet again, and I'm through with plenty of time to spare. The departure board just beyond the security checkpoint tells us that our flight is departing out of Gate 31, one of the last gates in the east part of the concourse. It's a bit of a walk, so let's get to it. I would have loved to grab some breakfast this morning, but unfortunately, 5:30 a.m. is still too early for most places to open up. A few minutes of walking later and we've arrived at our gate. Checking the information screen at the podium shows us that everything is running on time, but we've still got a few minutes to kill before boarding begins. Our aircraft for today, November 815 Uniform Alpha, is waiting for us, getting fueled up for our short hour flight to Houston. I only had enough time to get seated before boarding began, if you can call it that. Because there was almost no one on our flight today, the whole boarding process took less than 5 minutes. After a quick scan of the boarding pass, we can head down the jetway and board our A319. While we're headed down the jetway, why don't you hit that subscribe button? It's totally free and it really helps support the channel. I have a bunch of really cool videos coming in the next few months, so stick around if you want to see more. Almost immediately after boarding the aircraft, I noticed that almost all of the seats were empty. I was one of the last people to board, and there were still tons of seats open. I guess that goes to show how much demand there is for this flight. We're seated today in seat 30F, a window seat in the main economy cabin. United operates their economy cabin with 30 inches of pitch and 18 inches of width. This leaves me with about 4 inches between my knees and the seat in front. There's a mesh pocket on the bottom of the seat back to store smaller items. The tray table folds down easily from the seat in front and actually includes 2 cup holder indents. The seat back holds the safety information card and a Hemispheres magazine, which is the first magazine I've seen in many flights throughout the pandemic. Above the seats are the lights and air vents, as well as the attendant call button. The headrests are flexible and fairly comfortable with a decent range of motion. That being said, the recline of each seat isn't great, but it's not a huge issue for such a short flight. After chatting with our crew for a bit, they told everyone in the economy class cabin that we could sit wherever we wanted within the cabin, because there were only a total of 17 people on this flight. 17! Just 13.5% of the cabin was full on an A319, which is ridiculously low. As expected, with such low passenger numbers, I had a whole row to myself, which was awesome. After the crew closed the boarding door, our pilot requested taxi clearance for departure.
Morning, Ground United 2644. We have information Yankee push from 31.
United 2644, Austin Ground. Good morning. Push your discretion. Runway 36 left.
Push our discretion 36 left, United 2644. Ground United 2644, taxi from Gate 31.
We had 2644, runway 36 left, taxi via Charlie, following the Embraer around the corner.
Okay, we'll follow the Embraer 36 left via Charlie, United 2644.
Having received our taxi clearance, our flight taxied out to runway 36 left for departure.
United 2644, Austin Tower, flighting 010, runway 36 left, clear for takeoff.
010 on the heading, 36 left, clear for takeoff, United 2644.
After a rather long taxi down to the end of 36 left, we lined up and began our takeoff roll for this quick 1-hour flight down to Houston.
United 2644, contact departure, good morning.
United 2644, take care. Good morning, departure United 2644, 2100 climbing 4000.
United 2644, departure radar contact, line maintain 12000, clear direct to Lexi, I'm showing leaving 3000.
Directly to Lexi and a climb maintain 12000. United 2644.
At 2644, contact Houston Center 132.15.
Over to Houston United 2644, good day.
United, like American, does not offer seatback entertainment, instead offering passengers to use their personal devices to access in-flight entertainment. The selection is pretty good, with United offering a variety of TV shows and movies, as well as access to Wi-Fi and in-flight information. Annoyingly, however, you are required to watch an ad for their credit cards before you can access the entertainment. Due to turbulence and the short nature of our flight this morning, I was unable to get up to see the bathroom on board, but I can assure you it's fairly standard. Here's the bathroom on board one of Delta's A321s to give an idea of what it's like. Having cruised over Texas for about 20 minutes, our captain made contact with Houston and we began our descent into George Bush Intercontinental Airport.
Tower United 2644, 8 right.
At 2644 Houston Tower, wind 0204, runway right for the land.
Clear to land 8 right, United 2644.
At 2644, high speed Sierra Foxtrot, contact ramp.
High speed Sierra Foxtrot ramp, United 2644 descent.
After landing, we take the rather long taxi around to gate Charlie 34.
Morning ramp, United 2644, we're coming up around Sierra Foxtrot, going to Charlie 34.
2644, taxi Romeo Bravo to park.
Taxi to ramp Bravo to park at United 2644.
While taxiing, we can get a glimpse of what's to come on our next flight out. Sitting at gate Echo 4 is November 45956, a Boeing 787-9 that will be taking us to San Francisco in a few hours' time. I'll be flying that route in Economy Plus, so stick around if that's something you want to see. Our plane parks at the gate and we can deplane into Houston. Even though our next flight is out of Terminal E, I decided to head over to the Skyway, which connects the 4 north terminals, as I had a couple hours of layover and wanted to explore the airport for a bit. After what ended up being a longer walk than I had anticipated, we've arrived at the Skyway station and can head up the escalators to end today's trip report. Next week we will be back in Florida for a trip report I am super excited about. We will be taking a ride on Brightline in premium class from Miami all the way up to West Palm Beach. Brightline has been by far and away the best train I have ever ridden on in the United States, and I can't wait to share the experience with you, so hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. But anyways, that's all I have for today. Thanks for flying with me, and I'll see you in the next one.